I am a goat, and this game is a fever dream of the ridiculous and hilarious.
Kick me. Kick my hideous bob butt.
Can I collect all the silly stuff and complete all the silly quests? And can I defeat the nefarious farmer to become the queen of Goatland? Welcome to 100% of Goat Simulator 3. It began with an extremely rambly and long intro for some reason, as this absolute dingus drove me and my goat buddies through Fairmeadows Ranch until we arrived at our destination.
Just follow my finger. That finger's your hope from now on.
He continued rambling even more, and I earned my first achievement for sitting through the unnecessarily long intro.
Have fun. Please don't refund. Bye now.
Suddenly, I was free to be the goat I've always dreamed of being, so I immediately began buying at these people. I think it offended them. Hey!
Headbutt 3 things. Hey, stop kicking me. I headbutt you. Lick and drag. Can I lick and drag a chicken? Sure can. I feel like I'm a very capable goat. Look at my beautiful goat house. Oh. Trinket.
That was the first of many trinkets that can be found around the world.
There's 200 trinkets? Okay.
I also discovered the wardrobe menu, where I put some boots and a flower crown on.
Silence the senior. How am I gonna defeat her? She's crazy. Headbutt her. Headbutt her. Headbutt her. Yes! Woohoo! GG, Grandma. Trespassing completed. What was it? Quest? Go to the goat tower to... Dude, this is crazy. Okay, I got another trinket. Whoa! Oh dear. The Cellar of Doom. What? Oh, literally Doom. It's the Doom version of the grandma. Can I go around behind her? Yeah, we can go around. Oh, there's grandmas everywhere. Get out of here, Grandma. Gotcha. I'm owning the grandmas. One final grandma? No! Another trinket? Popping off, bro.
I was beginning to feel right at home as a ridiculous goat.
Oh, that's a huge corn. Yes! Oh, I can shoot fireballs when I'm on fire? Oh, what's this though? Woo! Whoa! Oh, I can wield lightning too. Alright, I need to synchronize with my tower. Is the quest they want me to do? Synchronize. What does that mean? Woo!
Activating the tower revealed the map for this area, and it opened up a mystical portal at the tower's base.
What the heck, bro? It's like round table hold.
That, or the cathedral in the Ocarina of Time. Either way, what a majestic goat base. I wandered in, and the game taught me that I was able to run on walls, mountain spider goat style, and for some reason I developed a stink cloud and flies.
Reward? Receive reward. Why'd I fart? Okay. We're making progress somehow. Is that just because of points I earned? I think it's just because of points I earned. Oh, he's building something for me? Wait, what is going on? Oh, wow.
With that, I earned the achievement to raise my goat castle all the way up to F tier.
As I get points in the Illuminati.
Yes, indeed. I'd gotten 8 Illuminati points for my questing efforts, and I needed a bunch more to reach the higher tiers. I absorbed some wisdom from this thingo, and instincts became available. These are mini challenge quests to do random things around the world, and they earn a goat currency that can be used to buy wardrobe items. I'd somehow already earned 20k, so I figured I might as well spend it on the tasty goat.
How about the pig goat? Use F to cool down. What the heck?
After sliding around for a bit, I turned back into a handsome goat and started knocking over instincts. As you can see, 3 instincts were shown up in the top right.
Jump, jump, triple jump. Boom. How do I do a backflip? I got an instinct to pin an instinct. Should I do that? Pin, do an emote. Boom. I'm getting so much currency. How do I do an emote? Oh, there we go. I did an emote. I'm shaking my butt. If I hold right click while I'm jumping. That's a front flip. That's a double front flip. We want to move backwards though. There we go. That's That was a glorious double backflip.
The next one I did was to go warp speed while grinding like a skateboard goat. I then deliberately caught on fire and jumped into the water to extinguish it, and I equipped ridiculous wardrobe items in every slot. And with that, I'd already knocked over quite a few instincts towards the 99 that I had to do for 100%. I also put a sushi tray on my back for some reason.
Oh, we got some awesome music. Oh, here we go. A trinket. I love trinkets.
I found a multiplayer minigame that I was sadly unable to play due to my lack of friends, and then it was time to explore. I figured since this was a completionist playthrough, I should explore each area thoroughly, but I must admit I got distracted rather easily.
Ooh, what's this? Customization. Ooh. Use F near anyone to make them ride you. Yeah. You. No, not you. You. Why are you so floppy, dude? Yeehaw! Oh, we gotta go up there. We gotta go up there, fella. Come on. Yeah, here we go. We're getting this one.
And a glorious flip for good measure. But I needed a 720 double front flip for an instinct, so I gave it another crack.
There it is. I was spinning while also flipping, I guess? Where's that goat? I gotta do a trick while you're riding me. How about a flip? Didn't work out. How about a flip? Front flip with a goat riding me. Don't worry about it. Get caught by the police 3 times. Okay. Hijack the vehicle.
I don't have insurance.
Oh my gosh. It's got quite a glorious booster.
I wandered into another barn on the hunt for more goat glory.
Help fix the harvester. Oh yeah. I can help. There's a fancy hat. What the heck? I got zapped by the satellite dish.
I managed to climb up from the inside to grab that straw hat, very handsome, and at the other end of the barn was a trinket, which I had a little trouble collecting, but I got there eventually. And then I figured out how to fix the harvester.
Oh. Here we go. Repaired. Woohoo! Should we do some harvesting? Activate harvester. Quite effective. Oh, there's a trampoline. Well, I think this is due for harvest, right? This has got to be due for harvest. Oh dear.
The fact that the harvester did not harvest this wheat was deeply disappointing. I had an instinct to jump 10 times on a trampoline, so obviously I had to follow my instincts.
You start jumping so high. What the heck? This is what happens to my daughter on our trampoline in the backyard. That's good stuff. One more? How many flips can we do? Oh crap. Blow up an explosive with an explosive. Boom. Done. Lick someone for 1 minute. Alright, you're up, fella. Licking burning caxkin fillion. Oh, there's a golden apple over here. Oh, and mystical magical butterflies. I gotta stay focused though. I need to lick this guy for a minute. Don't get distracted by the shinies. How long have I been licking him for? It feels like a long time. There we go. Lick someone for a full minute. Thank you for your service, young man. Whoa! It is forbidden. The wrath of the Lord is upon you. Oh dear. I felt there might be a small chance this would give me an achievement.
How dare you?
Let's do this green thumbs nonsense. Here we go.
For this quest, I had to make the beans grow.
Number 1, fertilizer. Number 2, water. Number 3, yell at it.
I was rather confused for a while as I goated about. Meanwhile, the extremely long divine finger kept smiting me.
Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Can I poo? How do I poo? What's this guy doing? Oi!
I'd concluded I needed to fertilize the plants with my own poo, which to be honest was a pretty good shout. But no, there was some fertilizer up here in this container, and when I tongue dragged it onto the plants, it worked its vital magic. The final piece of the puzzle was a little verbal encouragement. So when I began burrowing at the plants, up went the beanstalk.
Oh. Just keep buying and it goes. We can just keep going. Dude, this map is huge. Look how big this map is. Can I get to that? There's like an oil rig over there. Hey, I got an achievement. Get flung out of the map. I reached the stratosphere, except I didn't get flung.
An achievement to get beanstalked into the stratosphere, and an opportunity to do an extremely epic trick. I think this ended up being 17 or 18 front flips. Very gnarly. After that successful rampage of questing, I figured it was time to return to the G.O.A.T Tower to spend my Illuminati dollars. I had enough to reach rank E, which resulted in quite a dramatic transformation.
The G.O.A.T Tower is much improved. Glorious. Reach E tier. Nice. What do we got? There's just a crappy armchair up here.
I also bought some majestic antlers, as you can see atop my head there.
Let's keep on keeping on. We're on the grind now. This is like an extremely silly and satisfying collectathon.
I should mention now that I will no doubt leave out a bunch of the trinkets I find from this story, so just know I was collecting them pretty often. Some were kind of hidden, but many were just lying around, rewarding exploring. Also, they make a little tinkly sound, so I knew when one was close. I returned to this pond to do the event quest, but I'd used up all the explosives being a goose earlier. Fortunately, there were more explosives nearby.
Did that work? What the heck?
After that failed attempt, I thought I had no hope, so I ended up wandering around for a while, spying many glorious things, including some stinky piggies. Eventually, I stumbled on one last hope for the explodey fishing quest, and it was close because as soon as you lick these things, the timer starts, so I had to get to the pond rather quickly.
There we go.
I received the mermaid comb as a reward, also known as a trident.
Slap 15 people with a fish. Oh yeah. Sign me up.
I attempted some fish slapping by licking a fish and flailing about with it, but then I realized my new hat had an active ability.
Oh, the trident shoots fish. That's what you mean by slap 15 people with a fish. You, get some. You, get some. What'd you fall over for? I can't aim that low. There we go, we gotcha.
And so I ran about shooting fish at people.
Get some. Get some. Get some.
Soon enough, that was another instinct quest complete. Sometimes when I sprinted, my goat dragged its butt on the ground like a stinky dog. It was good stuff. Before I carry on being the goat, look at this big chonker. Big thanks to Crystal of Atlan for sponsoring this video. Crystal of Atlan is a brand new Magic Punk MMO action RPG, available cross-platform on PC and mobile. Join the Thornbird Adventurers Guild and uncover the secrets of this fantastical world where magic and technology intertwine. Smooth combos make the exhilarating combat feel seamless, as you control both skill casts and character movements to dominate your opponents. And the Z-axis is yours to master, as Crystal of Atlan offers refined aerial combat that innovates on the traditional MMORPG style. There are multiple classes to choose from, each with over 20 skill combinations, from the Scythe Guard to the Puppeteer to the Berserker and many more. You'll have plenty of room to experiment. There are of course plenty of social features on offer too, including co-op dungeons and the guild fleet system, allowing players to connect with like-minded friends as you explore the Atlan ruins and confront the powerful factions of the world. Crystal of Atlan pre-registration is now open. Click the link below to sign up, and by pre-registering and inviting your friends, you can also participate in the Magitech Summons event with a chance to win prizes. You'll of course also unlock early access to the game and be able to participate in the Milestone event, which will offer up plenty of in-game rewards as the milestones are reached, including the Legends Return outfit. Alright friends, back to G.O.A.T.
Absorb wisdom. Oh, I see.
When you absorb wisdom from these shrines, more instinct quests become available. I wandered down here and found the Ricer helmet and the Pimp and Ride quest.
Can I put a sofa on there? I can put a sofa. Hey you, shut up. Put a bin on there. Nice. Definitely want a TV. Love it. Get a cool cabinet. Hey! I've been officially gimped. Can I drive this thing? I can. Yeah, man. Oh dear. Can I pimp it? Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah. The rice is work. Oh, some patriotic American flag business.
I next paid a visit to the Redneck Haven, where some backyard science was underway.
Scale here. Grease up the machine. Oh, is there a trinket in there? Oh, trinket. Grease up the machine. Isn't this a good way to grease it up? That's greasy, right? I put the oil in the wrong spot because I'm an idiot. Here we go. Oil up both sides. Oh, I can go in. Am I gonna be tiny now? we gotta keep testing for science. The model caravan on my back is kind of getting to be a normal sized caravan by this point. Well, I'm kind of big now. Is this gonna be a problem? I think it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think becoming this enormous was helpful, considering my gigantic goat butt was now filling up much of the screen. Despite that, I managed to climb this caravan tower to claim the Hydrator 2000 helmet.
Nice hat, dude. It's hard to see. Hydrated 2000?
And then hopping in this thing cured me of my bigness. I found a ramp, and I initially tried to ride a trolley down it, but that didn't work out. Then I tried to spill oil all over it so I could slide down it, but that didn't work out. So I eventually gave up and the ramp sadly went unused for now.
Oh. That's why it says Dilbo's journey. Bilbo! Bilbo, where are you? Oh, the one ring. The ring must be taken deep into a purity ring. Must be taken deep into Mount Inferno and cast back into the fiery chasm from whence it came. Become invisible. Glorious. Is that Mount Inferno? I don't think so. Where the heck is Mount Inferno? Can I see Mount Inferno? Can I see the Eye of Sauron in the distance somewhere? While the ring's on? Surely.
A quest central to the fate of Middle-earth, but I wasn't sure where Mount Doom was, so I figured I'd save that one for later. I did some sick grinds over the water, and I was perplexed to see a giant fried egg, sunny side up.
Drawn all sorts of beautiful ducks. That's a great painting. Easter Island. Easter Island. Okay, this is Easter Island. That makes more sense where the fried egg came from now. Combined the wrong kind of egg with the wrong kind of Easter. Oh, it's an upside down one.
Who knew the Easter Island statues had such lovely toes? There was an enormous egg here too.
Am I gonna get attacked by a giant bird? Use the rat ears to find and crack a dozen hidden eggs. Oh. Can contain traces of rabbit ears, saddles, flappy goats, fried eggs, eggshells, carring ware.
When I broke the first of 12 eggs, some interdimensional egg shenanigans happened, and I ended up with rat ears on my head. These point towards nearby eggs.
Alright, I'm on an egg hunt now, baby.
Except they make a silly noise that became somewhat irritating before long. Also, I immediately became distracted when I stumbled into these hot springs and was commanded to rescue Steve.
Should we rescue Steve? Come on, Steve. Stop drowning. Is that not Steve? Are you Steve? You shoes? Stop it, you idiot. Oh, that's not Steve? Wait, what? Is this Steve? Is this fish Steve? The fish is Steve. Okay. I'm confused. Alright, unlock Steve. And now I am Steve. What? I'm now Steve.
The Steve journey was definitely a roller coaster, from saving a human named not Steve, to realizing Steve was the goldfish we'd flushed down the toilet along the way, to becoming Steve himself, a truly remarkable tale. I made my way up to the Pointy Foods factory, because that's where my magical rabbit ears seemed to be pointing. I tried to climb up on this roof, but in the process got stuck, so I hit respawn to get unstuck, and it respawned me right next to a trinket, so that was a bonus.
Oh no, no. Dude, I need to slip on a banana 5 times. There's gotta be an egg up here, right? No!
I managed to dismount more gracefully next time, and I was able to jump across here to claim my second egg, which had a bunch more eggs inside of it, and eventually, a slinger saddle. This lets you swallow licked objects to create infinite eggs. Somehow, one of the eggs I created exploded, and then I caught on fire, and then I let loose, shooting out many fireballs.
Holy dooly. Got so many eggs following me. I need to take this hat off because it's making extremely annoying noises. I'll get the eggs later.
I explored the area with my entourage of eggs following closely behind, and I soon wandered under here, which led to a ladder that helped me gain entry to the factory.
Whoa, what on earth are you making? So many bananas? There we go, I've slipped on 5 bananas. A very important achievement. They're making banana goo?
There were also some people trapped in capsules. I had to grab these conveyor belt sections to help assemble the line, so I searched about looking for those. This one was a little burnt. I'm not sure if I did that, probably. But luckily, when I brought it inside, it miraculously cleaned itself. I had a quick break to climb about inside the factory, which led to a trinket find, and it took a while to find another conveyor piece, but I tracked one down eventually, and that was a job well done.
The banana goo is going to the humans? They got turned into bananas. Oh my gosh, that's disturbing. Can I get turned into a banana? Yes. Yes. A banana. A banana. A banana. A banana. Put you with these guys. I'll get you for good measure. You need a pee, do you? My bad. That table has gone bananas. It's on point. Alright, now we go banana mode. And we go boom. That was 4.
This abominana business might be one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
Banana man driving the banana mobile. You'd love to see it.
I found a ladder down to a lower area of the facility, but when I fell down, I somehow clipped through the wall, so I had to hit respawn, which somehow put me atop this nearby hill where I found this weirdo chilling in a hole.
Hermit's t-shirt. Are you the hermit? I need to lick the hermit. There we go.
I jumped back down the shaft and headed through this door.
We're into the depths of the facility.
They appeared to be hoarding a rather large amount of banana goo. A quest popped up directing me to fix the servers.
I don't think that fixed it.
When you're a goat, you've just got to use the skills available to you. And I am a very skilled headbutter. And so each and every server received a friendly headbutt.
I think I'm causing a meltdown. I'm going to cause a banana goo volcano.
Yeah!
There's banana goo everywhere now. It's so bouncy. But
Banana goo is indeed famously bouncy, and I was keen to make use of that bounciness.
we can probably get onto the highest point here. Just gotta land our bounces. Yes, don't fall in. Ah, no, dude. Oh, we're still good.
I'm not sure how I was phasing through that walkway, but this ridiculous bouncing knocked over the instincts to reach the highest point of the Pointy Foods factory. I then climbed these big towers in a less dangerous fashion, claiming a trinket and a rather exciting item in the process.
I got a jetpack?
The jetpack was a majestic addition to my toolset, as I was able to soar through the skies like a goat bird. It wasn't exactly easy to control though, so when I say soar, I mean zoom about randomly like an idiot. All that zooming led me to a trinket, at least.
There are 10 more trinkets at the Pointy Foods factory? Where?
I wasn't sure where all those trinkets were, but I was at least able to admire this informative billboard. I then went into this dish, which shot me onto a bouncy, and then I threw in some jetpack goodness, because why not? And I landed in Broomhill Cemetery, so I figured I might as well check it out.
Thou shalt not skip leg day. Protein study 5:30 a.m. Bench praise 9:30.
This church seemed a little unorthodox. I climbed atop it to see if I could reach the highest point, and I was greeted by a quest at the bell tower.
Use force to play a march. Imperial march?
I spent a minute figuring out which note was what, and then I whipped out this masterpiece.
That's what it wanted. It wanted the Imperial march. Dun, 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 dun. Get me up there. How the heck am I going to get up there? Whoa! I found a trinket. Pride Saber 2.0.
I ran around with the Pride Saber. It provided great comfort to the mourners wandering around the cemetery.
Press R to pay respects.
The ghosts of the deceased paid respect right back at me in the form of some claps.
This is very creepy.
But soon I'd paid respect to 3 of them, completing the quest and opening the doors of the church.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, what's in here? What the heck? You, come run. This is bringing a whole new meaning to CrossFit, no doubt about it. Why is it? Who's this driving? What are you trying to do, dude?
I soon had 4 willing participants running, and that was another quest completed. And for a reward,
Shoot energy drinks.
honestly, what is going on with that green car trying to drive up the stairs? What a lunatic. I next licked a ghost.
Do I get you on here? There we go. Force a ghost to work out. Lovely.
I was amused to discover the coffins were labelled waste bins, but upon reflection, I decided that's a pretty accurate name for them. And then I spent about 7 minutes trying to get to the highest part of the church.
Get me on top of this thing, dude. Oh, it's so close.
So close, but so far. I then played a rather strange game of whack-a-mole, in which I whacked not a mole, but a hat-wearing man with a spade. And then I made it look easy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I failed for so long earlier. All I had to do was run up the wall, but better. I'd done 13 out of 19 event quests for this area, but I had more to explore in the west, so off I went.
Whoa! Holy dooly! Holy guacamole! Put a pumpkin in here. Will you eat the pumpkin? Yes? Aha! I got an egg. It was a pumpkin egg. Blue cow? Blue bull. Sorry. A few croppies? Some tinkling? Yeah, trinket. Nice. Just gotta be thorough with the exploration, you know what I mean? It's on this computer. Oh, sorry. Farmer's Got Talent. Impress all the judges. Get out of here. Chill like that one. Wait, what? Second place, not goat enough? How about that? Was that good? Oh, these guys are fighting each other? Can you please judge my performance, please? What is going on? Hey! I feel like one judge is on the table and the other two are in a giant fight, so I don't know what's going on, but I won. I got a beautiful crown. Oh, what the hell just happened, dude? What? What are you guys up to? Make a scarecrow dance with you. Surely that counts as dancing with me. No? Dance. Dance, scarecrow. Pay what you think is fair. What the heck? You see that? Oh! Oh! Stop that. Pay what you think is fair for the items you pick. Stealing is not advised and is just bad karma. Well, I think I have to steal. I have to steal to see what happens. Oh, what's this? Tinfoil hat. Oh, you guys are testing if the Earth is flat? I mean, judging by this experiment here, it really does look like the Earth is flat. Children of the Way. Sacrifice some scarecrows. Oh, it's a granny. No granny. No granny. My trinket.
The scarecrows had refused to dance with me, so I was more than happy to sacrifice them to the weird circle.
Oh.
By the time I'd offered up 3, the wholesome ritual was complete.
Oh. 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 Goodness gravy. Oh, they're alive now. You want to dance with me? Wait, I'm a scarecrow. What the heck?
These animated scarecrows also refused to dance with me, so they received some punches from my powerful straw arms.
I've done 3 secret events already. That was an accident.
Secret events aren't signposted on the map, you've just got to find them by exploring, and I had indeed accidentally done 3 by this point. I believe feeding the giant chicken was one of them. This billboard made me wonder why petrol stations don't market the fact that their product is made out of dinosaurs. It's actually a great selling point, and after a bit of goat parkour, I secured myself a shiny pair of golden shoes.
Trying to plug it up with chewing gum? Definitely gotta unplug that. Oh dear. Oopsie. Should've used spearmint. True. Oh, I'm under arrest? Hey! Hey, let me go.
Pulling that chewing gum out was another secret event ticked off, and crashing this police car into the petrol station was probably a health and safety violation.
Look at this guy, he was dancing. Sorry about the headbutt. Needle in a crate stack? You need a wee, mate?
For this quest, I had to find the bathroom key, so I began headbutting crates. They were full of many random objects.
On the roof. It's gotta be on the roof. Oh, there it is. Open up the bathroom. Oh, what the heck? IBS meetup. Give me a break. They're all fighting up a storm in there. Why is there a trio of toilets staring at each other? That's ridiculous. Now I got a plunger on my head. Love a good IBS meetup. My favorite way to hang with the bros. There's a fire engine. Yes, that was an instinct. Drive a fire truck. Okay, up to 20 trinkets. Shoot oil barrels. Oh. Can shoot oil barrels. That's pretty cool. What the heck is that? The mole. Woohoo! Ramp discovered. Yeah! Alright, so you do have to find all the ramps and go flying off them. That was one of the worst ramp efforts I've ever seen, though. I just saw what the dinosaur on the roof is doing. Oh dear. Is that banana goo? Harvested sun. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Yeah!
So as you can see, there are a number of ramps you've got to perform epic jumps off in each area. With that, I done 2 out of 6 for the Fair Meadow region.
What are we thinking, boys? Oh, you're sunbaking. I like that. I think he sunbaked a little too hard. Relocate the residence. Oh, relocate the entire residence? It's one of those situations where they refuse to move, so the company is forced to build the road around them. I got a big truck with a hook, though. The basement's still here. What the heck were you doing down here? You guys farming illicit substances down here? Is that what that's about? Sorry to expose your operation. No wonder you didn't want to move your house.
I next trespassed in this place, where I helpfully got myself charged up and provided that charge to these pylon dubawakis. And once I had all 3 of those charged, the tower activated.
Yeah, 5G upgrade. I gotta activate a few 5G towers. 1 out of 3 5G towers activated. Lovely.
I then revisited the Redneck Haven, where I scaled myself down for an instinct, and I of course became rather small. I pulled this little tractor thingo over to that ramp from earlier, and it was hard to position it, so I ended up reversing down, but that sadly did not count as an official ramp for the completion. I managed to go down in the reverse of reverse too, but that was also a no bingo. I tried to convince another scarecrow to dance with me, but it refused, so that instinct kept me scratching my head. Another instinct required me to reach the highest point of Fairmeadows Ranch, and by the look of it, one of these big power poles was as high as I could get. They seemed to be impossible to climb though, so I zoomed around like an idiot trying to land up there with my jetpack's help. I actually got kind of close, but was ultimately unsuccessful.
What are you guys doing? Why are you hiding in a bin? Oh. I just exposed a trash man, that's what it meant. I've been wondering what that instinct meant.
I exposed a trash man, and I asserted dominance over another ramp. I then noticed there was a ladder on this particular power pole, so I had hopes it would take me up to the top. However, it only took me about halfway. It led me to a trinket though, so I wasn't complaining. And even though I still had a fair bit more to do in this area, for example, I was somehow missing 18 trinkets and 5 ramps, I decided it was time for a change of scenery.
Let's go into Suburbsville.
Suburbsville and adventure await. I was soon claiming my first trinket of the area, and each zone has its own goat tower, so I figured I'd start by synchronizing with this one so that the map would be revealed.
Oh, that looks serious.
And I headed into the tower because I'd saved up quite a few Illuminati points. I ranked up to D tier, which opened up a war room of sorts, featuring a tabletop map of the entire goat world.
Where did this come from? I got an Abominana? Do these guys appear because of the quests I've done? I guess so. So what's the deal with this place? Interact. It's showing key locations. What are these big lights? Is it showing me what they are? Oh, are these my goat friends? There's a light. That's the petrol station that I was at. There's like a light. What does that mean?
That wasn't all though. I also had enough Illuminati juice to reach C tier, and for that I earned a big honkin' throne to replace the dodgy chair.
Got some goats standing guard as well. Become queen of all the goats. Oh, that's sick.
This funky helmet was part of the reward too, and it gave me quite an excellent power.
You summon them, but they die when they fall.
My glorious goat palace castle thingo was looking better than ever, but now it was time to take on the streets of Suburbsville. I got the ball rolling, absorbing wisdom from this instinct shrine, unlocking a bunch more instinct quests, and then I began exploring the southern edge of the area, where I investigated someone's crack.
That's so sick. I headbutted it. I unlocked Decade A portal to 2014.
The crack in time had spewed out some NPCs from the year 2014. Look how innocent they are. I jumped into the crack, which unlocked the NPC wardrobe item, so I too could look like some dude. And when I jumped in the crack again, I became another random.
Can I go in here? I can. The sewers?
I goat tiptoed forward cautiously, expecting something lovely to be lurking down here.
What on earth? Oh, not Pennywise.
I watched the relatively recent It movie, and it was a mistake. It made me rather uncomfortable, and my wife laughed at me. I really am not built for scary movies. But now was my time for revenge.
Keeps exploding into more and more. Infinite Pennywise. So many Pennywise. You'll goat too. Bro, I hate that. I hate that movie.
When I exited the other end of the sewers, it pooped me out at the hot spring, and I got a trinket from the pipe too. On the way back north, I plopped into the water and found another trinket. Clearly there were plenty of nooks I hadn't explored down here.
There's also a guy dancing under here with some bananas. I respect it.
I was down near the shore east of Pointy Food's factory, and I realized I hadn't explored here earlier, so I poked around a bit. I ended up with another trinket at the end of these pipes, and another that I found up this blue tube.
Ramp, 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 ramp. 1 out of 2 Pointy Foods ramps. Nice. Oh, there's an egg here. I found one of the eggs without using my stupid rat ears. I got a chicken head now. Why are these chickens glowing? Yoga.
Yoga indeed. I sat in for the entire session, which lasted about 7 minutes.
Be a goat. Be a human.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
will.
matter.
As the session progressed, I received more and more spinning lotuses.
So what's the difference between you, a human, and a goat?
What is the difference between me, a human, and a goat? Could be the chicken mask.
Or maybe we're all just goats, and we're the weird ones. Not weird because we're all perfect and unique.
This is a good shot. I'm definitely ascending.
I did indeed ascend, which knocked over a quest and an achievement.
Sat through the entire yoga session. Use F to transcend and get enlightened by licking stuff. I've transcended.
Transcendence means you have an all-knowing tongue.
This prop is impossible to destroy. However you try, it will keep on living. This is not a challenge, don't waste your time.
I of course took that as a challenge and immediately began attacking the bench.
It's really impossible to destroy, it's true. Oh, I'm getting some achievements now. Found the clown and I sat through a yoga session. Great achievements. You can get rocket boots. Oh, I need the rocket boots. That's extremely good for traversal.
The rocket boots are very juicy. I also discovered the gardener item, which lets you plant magical beans anywhere. And as we learned earlier, when you bleat at a bean, it grows into a big stalk.
Oh, this is a way to get high. This is a way to get high. That's genius. I can do that anywhere? That's so strong. Oh dear. How did I...
As you can imagine, realizing I had these incredibly useful items at my disposal was a huge moment, as my goat was suddenly more maneuverable than ever. I realized I had an instinct to make 15 magic plants grow 15 times each, so I planted a bunch of them and bleated like crazy until they'd all grown rather tall. I only managed to do 10 the first go round though, so I had 2 beanstalk sessions before knocking over the quest.
15 magic plants grown 15 times each. Looks good to me.
And I was back in Suburbsville, so it was time to get back to systematically exploring the area.
Hey dude, nice headband.
I found a button in this open house, which I of course pressed, and then upstairs I found the mother lode.
Oh dude, there's so many trinkets up here. What the heck? That was 5 out of the 32 I needed. What is going on? What a weird house. Pepper Chadwick. Alright, I'll take 5 trinkets. Look, it's a goat! Ramp. Yeah. Moving help. Alright, I can help.
For this quest, I had to put 40 of these pink moving boxes into the garage.
Hey, I'm trying to help you here. Get out of here.
Unfortunately, there are only about 10 boxes right next to the house. I was going to have to go further afield to collect the other 30.
They're all over the place. These removalists are terrible.
And so during the next passage of play, I searched the street for pink boxes. But when I saw this ATM, there was only one thing to do.
Oh, ATM? Free money!
Woo! Headbutting the ATM started a secret event quest to quote-unquote withdraw 500 money from ATMs. Unfortunately, I only withdrew $1 per headbutt, so this was gonna take a while. It's a good thing I'm a pro gamer. I've had lots of practice clicking my mouse button over and over. Although I got bored about halfway through and dropped off a couple of boxes in the garage for a diversion, but I got back to it soon enough. And I think that was about 4 or 5 minutes of ATM headbutting all up.
There we go. Free money! Now invest in crypto, clearly. Dunce. I got a dunce hat for that. Yeah, that's fair.
Over in this park, I spotted a bouncy castle, and I had an instinct to stuff 5 people onto a bouncy castle, so I figured I'd knock that one over. But here's the thing about bouncy castles. They are quite bouncy.
Wait, how am I supposed to get 5 people in there if they just bounce off? Oh dear.
I tried bringing 5 innocent idiots over just in front of the castle, and then shoving them all on at once as quickly as possible, but that didn't work either. I soon gave up and opted to leave that one for another day, and instead resumed transporting pink cardboard.
Empty pool? 10 trinkets already.
This house here held the office of an unlicensed shrink, but his poster promised he had a great couch, so that was good enough for me.
Excuse me, shrink. What the heck is going on? Ahaha! It's a pun! Woo!
I sounded so disappointed yet impressed by that pun, and I think that is a fair response. And so the Shrinky House quest was done instantly, but the box quest was still going. This was my 20-second delivery to the garage. I came across an animated scarecrow, and I still really wanted one of them to dance for me. But no, it did not want to boogie. I caught on fire somehow, and delivered yet another box. But in the process, I think I zoomed through a wall.
Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? I just clipped into the house. Was I supposed to do that?
No, I wasn't supposed to be able to do that, but the rocket boots are quite powerful.
See? I found pizza boxes? What's going on?
I began going further afield to find pink boxes, and I soon ended up at some houses that, as an Australian, made very little sense to me.
Oh, it's the mountain red furs, and then over there we've got the Suburbansville Razorbucks. Clearly a fierce rivalry between those.
I found a Razorbucks mask in the pool and a trinket on the diving board, and in the shed here there was some questionable behavior on display.
They've got one of the fans of the opposing team locked up. I approve. What have we got in here? Playing beer pong with yourself, bro? Nice. Trinket on the roof as well. Lovely. Whoa.
That big zap shot me off in the direction of my 4th egg for the egg crackdown quest. A great find. I do love being a rubber rooster.
I don't mind the rubber goose outfit, but I need my rocket boots. Let's go visit the red rivals. I can hear someone running on the treadmill, but there is no one on the treadmill. The tables are all... The computers are all under the table. What the heck is going on?
There wasn't much to see in this house, beyond the strange LAN party set up in that back room.
Swedes assemble. Oh, a bunch of IKEA friends. Help Sven build a piece of Sweden.
To complete this extremely difficult assignment, I had to bring the Swekia boxes littered around the house and place them on the blue mat. There were a few in the garage which I promptly brought over, and the furniture was beginning to look wonderful.
Oh, it looks nearly done, right? Surely there's not much more to add to that piece of furniture. That's beautiful.
Just the final touches, and look at that glorious contraption.
Is that it? Yay! So many Swedes.
I proceeded to headbutt the pile of Swedes way more times than necessary, and then I headed into the IKEA portal of mystical glory, which transported me to the warehouse. I think this area was supposed to be a jumping puzzle type deal, except I was able to zoom up the walls with my rocket boots, which made things pretty simple. I found a lovely basket of rubber ducks to wear on my back. After claiming a trinket, I was done with the bowels of Swekia. I returned to the silly garage, where I had just 6 more boxes to go. I claimed a few from this area over here before being distracted by some ballerinas.
Yeah. What the heck? I got launched. Tornado's still going, dude. The tornado. These rocket boots are the revelation of a lifetime. Yes! Another door opens, except I already broke in earlier. They got really nice box furniture. It looks good.
Progress was looking good for Suburbsville, but it was now time to say happy birthday to Philip.
Did no one come to your birthday, Philip? Oh, guy. You poor fella. Have a banana, friend. What's this banana doing, bro? Stop that. Yeah, the banana's dancing. It's working. You look like you like to party. Yeah, it's popping off now. Nice moves. Oh, there's a ramp. I love a good ramp. Ramp it up, baby! What's this place? What are you watching? Oh, that is a big piece of pizza, and now it's oily. My Bizarre Addiction is now filming. Oh, wow. You flamin' love goats? You got a goat hitch.
This goat-addicted lady had all sorts of ridiculous goat-themed nonsense in her home. She had some actual goats, and a fire in her bathroom for some reason.
Goats are my life. Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator open on the laptop as well. I wonder if there's someone in the real world that's obsessed with goats.
Please make yourself known in the comments below if you are that obsessed with goats.
Oh, Satisfactory. I love Satisfactory. Satisfactory is made by the same developers, I think, or at least published by the same developers. At this point, I've played like 70 hours of my Satisfactory playthrough, so the video will be done in 2 more years.
Over on the eastern edge of Suburbsville, I found the second 5G tower. With the trinket I found here, I was up to 19 out of 32 for the region, and charging up this tower was relatively straightforward, requiring a bit of grinding to zoom about to touch all 3 pylons. And so the mysterious 5G grew stronger.
If the world has ended, go away. Got a bunker? That's a serious bunker. Better prepare than share.
To help these preppers, I shoved some very useful items into their bunker, which gained me access somehow.
We're ready for the apocalypse. They don't seem that prepared. Toilet. They got toilet paper. Toilet roll shoes. Emergency use only. Oh. Oh, that's an interesting looking vehicle.
I used that vehicle to destroy a large ice cream cone. I then got fixated trying to get 5 dinguses on the bouncy castle at once again. But as before, the bounciness of the bouncy castle was not conducive to a party of 5. They kept getting bounced all over the suburbs.
It's too bouncy.
I gave up and went to the pool.
Pool party! Jump from the highest diving board. Is this the highest diving board?
There was also an instinct to have a pool party with 10 people, so I graciously invited 10 willing participants to voluntarily jump in the pool. And boom, a pool party of 10.
Hopefully we have minimal drownings, but I don't really care, actually.
The pool offered up some loot for me to collect too, and then it was time to wander over to Swekia. Out the front was a sculpture, and I was invited to help complete it. I opted to hang 3 humans up there, and as far as hanging trees go, I think this one is pretty unique. No doubt, I am G.O.A.T Picasso. I'd been in the Swekia warehouse earlier, but now it was time to visit the store. It was unrealistically small. I probably wouldn't even get lost in here. Whereas the last time I went to a real IKEA, I got stuck in the office chair section for 3 hours.
Kaka, slagger, kaka. True. Oh. I can go in? Oh, no, I can go to the roof. Wait, what the heck? Ah! Why is there a pizza guy on the roof? See you, nerds!
When you're a goat, it's mandatory to headbutt pretty much anyone and everyone. Also, I do love a good trinket. Also, I seem to have a knack for clipping through stuff.
I feel like I've clipped through... Oh dear, that's well and truly. We respawned for that one. Taking a photo of the dead guy that I knocked off the roof. Good job.
I paid a visit to the pizza shop and claimed a hat, and I wondered if this guy's jackhammer was either not working, or was so fast that I couldn't even see its movement.
Whoa! Where'd he go?
I then visited Paloma's, where I picked up a beautiful ball gown, which I of course wore over to the bowling alley. But when I found some bowling shoes, the gown had to go, because I needed some strikes. Unfortunately, I got 0 strikes.
What the heck? Why'd it go that way?
I successfully knocked over the giant pin outside at least, which earned me a trinket. And on the roof of the bowling alley, I found another egg.
The egg has explosives in it? Shelmet! Ow!
With this dumpster trinket, I reached 28 out of 32 for Suburbsville.
Get well or die trying. You appear to be confused.
And as I approached this cooking expo, I was encouraged to let my taste buds guide me. I figured a human named Robin Lindwall would be yummy, and a Monster Mouth bin seemed like a delicious addition too.
The final thing needs to be... What the heck? That was the jackhammer guy. There he is. The jackhammer guy's still going. Yes, jackhammer guy. Follow your dreams.
And finally, a heater was plopped into the cauldron, a culinary delight.
Looks radioactive. Nice hat, dude. Recycling is fun, kids.
I then paid a visit to the G.O.A.T castle, because I'd racked up quite a few Illuminati points. Unlocking B tier resulted in many wonderful additions, including this room from which I claimed the VR headset.
I've got a challenge to play in VR for 5 minutes, so I guess let's play in VR for a bit. Oh, this is so janky though.
This made me feel slightly unwell almost immediately, so I decided to go AFK to get this one. 5 minutes later, the instinct was complete, and I resumed gallivanting about, without VR mode active. I beelined for this interesting structure.
Oh yeah. Longitude, latitude, whatever. Launch.
Kick your ass!
Oh, it's you.
What is this place? Oh, we're launching... Do we just launch a test nuke?
Now that Godzilla was cooking out there in the ocean, I changed the latitude and longitude a little bit and fired off another warhead.
What did I just nuke? I nuked the tree? What's going on?
It appears the bomb failed to detonate, so I of course headed straight over there to investigate.
I mean, obviously we blow it up, right? Kim Jong-oops. That's outrageous. Fallout Boy. Oh, that's sick. The Vault costume is sick. Vault 55, you reckon? Oh, there's a trinket in there. Oh no, they were golden horns. A little bit of nuclear fallout in the air. That's fine. I rewatched the Chernobyl show recently. Terrifying stuff.
I wandered up the hill to discover a lovely suburban home where a gathering involving cupcakes was happening.
Friendly new neighbors. Have a cupcake, dear. What does that mean? Oh! Oh dear. What on earth?
There's something suspicious about this group of housewives. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like this isn't typical for gentle suburbia. I took them out with some well-aimed headbutts and earned Karen's hair as a reward.
Nancy's face? Is this a reference to a movie?
I did not get the reference, but I enjoyed shooting lasers from Nancy's face, which was attached to my face. And with that, I had completed all of the events for the area, but I still had a few trinkets and ramps to find, so I continued exploring. I used a beanstalk to get on top of one of the big power poles, which knocked over the instinct to reach the highest point of Suburbsville, and I hadn't checked out the construction site on the western edge of the suburb, so that's where I went next to claim some collectibles, including a hard hat capable of creating a hazardous work environment.
Doesn't seem that hazardous. Seems pretty safe to me. Oh, dude.
I used Old Faithful Beanstalk Silly Willies to get some of the trinkets of this area. I claimed another ramp, and before long I'd found most of the goodies. I beanstalked once again to get on top of the crane, knocking over another highest point instinct. And this trinket perched on the lumberjack statue's log was trinket 36 out of 38 for Suburbsville.
This is the final piece of gear, I think. 2 more trinkets? 1 more ramp. Where the heck is the ramp? Why is there a zebra? Why is there a zebra with giant antlers? Mornwood Falls up that way? That's the next region, I guess. Oh, there's one here.
So I was very close to finishing the area, but I decided I'd clean up the final trinket and ramp later. For now, I had important business.
Now, we need to find a cement mixer. The goat says as he drags a human by his tongue. 1. It shoots it. I don't think cement mixers are supposed to shoot, but I'll take it. Oh, I put myself in that cement mixer. Oh, I put myself in again. This is not going how I planned. There we go. 3 nerds in the cement mixer.
The next instinct I went for was to ride a bike off a ramp, except I was not very good at riding the bike.
Oh, you gotta balance? Wait, what? Oh, it's like a lot trickier. Wait, how do I steer? I need training wheels.
I also had an instinct to change the color of 10 bikes with the Ricer helmet. So whenever I saw a bike, I gave it a paint job.
Oh. Oh. Go, go, go. Oh, I need a balance. I need a...
You steer by moving your mouse, and you balance with the A and D keys. It was not an intuitive control system, for me at least, so I set it up so I could just ride completely straight, no steering required.
Go, son. Go, son. Yes! Flawless. Flawless instincts.
And then it was finally time to head north into the next section of the map. This was a mountainous area of hiking trails, waterfalls, lumberjacks, and a much more natural vibe compared to the suburban streets. I soon found my first trinket. The falls were quite beautiful, and it looked like a lovely spot for a walk. I soon stumbled upon my first event quest of the area.
Big feet upset me. Prove the unprovable. I gotta put Bigfoot in the cage. Look at this tree hugger. That is a dedicated tree hugger. Mole trinket. So these yellow rocks. Oh, more instincts? Give me some wisdom. Wisdom? Oh. Is this Mount Inferno? Put the one ring on your head.
I donned the one ring and jumped into the lava, except rather than melting down the ring, I started bouncing.
Why am I just bouncing? Oh, I gotta go in. Take the ring off, I can't see. We're going into the Mount Inferno. Is that Gollum? Anna Sophia Phillips. Who's that? Platform 24/7 into the Matrix? What? Is this mixing Harry Potter with Lord of the Rings with the Matrix?
It was quite a fancy train station, there's no doubt about it. But there wasn't much to do, so I soon headed towards the light.
Yay, completed Dilbo's journey. It took me back here?
It did indeed take me all the way back south, and it gave me a nice hat too. Also, Middle-earth was finally free from the shadow of evil. On my return back north, I ended up going through this tunnel. It pooped me out further north than I was expecting, all the way up in Gothenburg. I was tempted to explore this lovely city rather than Mornwood Falls, and I did zoom about for a bit, but only to climb atop this building, upon which I synchronized with this goat tower, which of course led to a cutscene showing off the glory of Gothenburg. But I left it at that and returned to the mountains. It wasn't long before I spotted something mythical.
Oh, here's Bigfoot. Becky with the big feet. Oh my gosh. That's disturbing. Becky with the big feet.
I ended up back at Mount Doom, where I picked up the Eye of Sauron and put it on my back, and I claimed a trinket too. I spotted a ramp in the distance, and if you see a ramp, you drive off a ramp.
Oh gosh. I don't really want to come all the way over here. I'm getting very distracted. I wanted to get the goat tower. Okay, Sauron keeps making silly noises. Go away, Sauron.
Now that I was here at the San Angora Zoo, I figured I might as well have a look around.
Broken out with a massive turd. A rhino? I need to find Rosie the rhino. Is this Rosie? I gotta follow Rosie's turds. It'd be wrong of me not to follow Rosie's turds. Here we go. She climbed up a ladder. Rosie, did you climb up a ladder? What? What? How are you in captivity again, Rosie? The poachers. Oh, the poachers. The poachers want your horn. Get out of here. Hey, stop it. How quick are their kick instincts? Come on, Rosie. Let's go.
And that was how I rescued Rosie the rhino from the filthy poachers.
In we go. Hey. Oh. I got the Rosie skin. Angry goat. Does this tiny ramp here count as a ramp? I don't think it would. I'm gonna try anyway.
No, that tiny ramp was not an official ramp, but it was worth a shot.
Oh yeah? Free Billy. Be free, Billy. That gauge is not the right shape for you. Wait, what's this? Hey, I'm under arrest. Oh, I need a free Billy. Get out of here, idiot. Come on, Billy. My tongue is stretching so far. Come on, Billy. How do I... Oh yeah, Billy's making like beach ball noises. Come on, Billy. Let's get you in the ocean, big fella. Surely that counts as freeing Billy, right? Yes. Be free, Billy. You beautiful square. I was about to say he's gonna get eaten.
Every zoo, of course, has a gift shop, and it's obligatory that you pay it a visit.
Oh, it's a Billy hat. Yay, Billy hat in remembrance of Billy. Giraffes. I saw something earlier that I need to buy now. There we go. I got an instinct for that, I think. Because I'm a giraffe in the giraffe enclosure. Alright, no longer a tall goat. Let's just be a normal goat. Tall goats are much too big. Why is there a bunch of dead fish on display? What the heck's going on? Dolphin show? Beautiful. Animal appropriation. There's a trinket in the chest. Nice. In loving memory, Jason. 1203 to 1998. Jason lived a long time. I don't think those turtles actually lived that long. Is that true? Surely not. Oh! I saw the egg. I saw the egg.
I cracked another egg. That made half a dozen. And after visiting the highest point of the zoo atop this big tower, I figured it was only right that I zoomed through the rhino hole.
I missed. Boom! Through the hole. Yeah, there's definitely something in here. Animal quarantine. 5 out of 7 trinkets. What the heck? Animal quarantine is just them getting launched into the ocean.
Being forced into the sea inspired me to go for a swim, and the sailboat in the distance was my target destination.
Oh, it just brought me back. What? I wanted to visit the sailboat. Hey, you didn't pay for a ticket.
There were apparently a couple more trinkets somewhere in the vicinity of the zoo, but I couldn't find them, so I gave up for now and pulled out a glorious move to start my climb back up the mountain.
Oh, that was a sick maneuver.
I found Santy's suit over here, and I was intending to head over to the G.O.A.T tower, finally, but unbelievably, I got distracted again. Suddenly, I arrived at a vineyard, featuring a bunch of wind turbines.
I'm getting distracted again. There's a wind farm here. It's got a big battery in it. Are you saying the battery is powering the spin?
The Snusk Vineyard featured 3 golden cars, and when I climbed this turbine, my question was answered. These turbines were indeed battery powered. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to work.
We need a battery to turn the wind on. That's true.
After claiming a trinket from one outhouse and a propane explosion from the other, I laid waste to the vineyard before climbing up one of the working turbines, atop which I found a hard worker. I gave her the treatment she deserved and then popped out the battery. I took the battery over to activate one of the dormant turbines. I stole another battery and did likewise to power up the turbine on the other side of the building. Apparently that was enough to power up the whole operation.
What? Space sucks.
And that was how Mr. Snusk's house began floating. I jumped down to investigate.
What did I get? Space Merino helmet. The tickler? What the heck have I just done? Oh goodness. I didn't get to look. I didn't get to look at what else was in there, because I... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Greeting, Mr. Snusk. It's a Twitter logo. That's a map of the world. But yeah, that tickles. Wait, why am I so close to... Oh, it teleported.
Yeah, every time you push this blue button, the whole thing teleports and leaves you behind. An instinct to one-shot 10 NPCs with the tickler had popped up, so I tried to line up as many civilians as possible.
How many people is that? It must have been close to 10.
It was tricky to get them all to line up nicely for me, so that particular instinct was left unfulfilled for the time being. I began climbing the mountain yet again, and I'd noticed an instinct to take a vehicle to the top, so I figured I might as well try to take this pink van up there. However, there didn't appear to be a drivable path, so I resorted to dragging it up with my extremely sticky and powerful tongue. I thought this technique was working flawlessly, except then the van exploded.
It exploded. Does that still count?
I concluded it probably would not count, so I headed up without any burdens. On the way, I found a paraglider, and though the temptation was strong to immediately begin gliding, I resisted and finally synchronized with this area's G.O.A.T tower. The map was at last revealed, and it turned out that in my adventures here so far, I'd already knocked over a decent chunk of the completionist goals.
I need a saw for 30 seconds.
I needed to do that for an instinct, and there's no time like the present, so off I soared, and 30 seconds later the instinct was mine. I dragged a bicycle to the top of the mountain, but apparently bikes don't count as vehicles. I spotted some feathers, a telltale sign of nearby egg shenanigans, and that was 7 out of 12 eggs found for the egg crackdown quest. I then got busy taking another vehicle up to the summit. Surely all my effort to carefully transport it up won't be wasted.
Oh! Reached the top of the mountain with a vehicle.
Yeah, nah, it didn't work. I made my way towards the Hoofer Dam, which was quite an impressive structure. I spotted a ramp, so I carefully stole the car and brought it over so that I could enjoy a tasty launch.
It's one of these guys. Off he goes.
Every time I was near one of the 12 eggs, the egg crackdown quest helpfully popped up in the top left, letting me know I was close. And in this instance, the egg was upon a stump at the edge of the dam.
8 eggs. And I got a turtle shell.
I nosed about the area, goating it up.
That's quite a view. Calm down, bro.
There were apparently 7 more trinkets in the vicinity of the dam, so I was on the hunt. And it's always nice to see the locals having a good time.
Oh, the 5 posts. Oh.
There's an instinct to balance an item on each of the 5 posts, and I'd been wondering what the heck the 5 posts were, but now I knew, so it was time to get balancing. At first I thought this was going to be near impossible, but I soon pulled out some magic.
How am I supposed to balance anything on this? Oh, Okay, that's a great start. That's a great start.
It was a good start for sure, but it still took me a few more minutes to get the rest balanced.
I'm gonna get filled with rage trying to do this. This is genuinely... Okay, okay. That's 2. I just somehow trick shot that. Yes! Yes! One more! One more! The tall one's gonna be tricky. Oh, it counted? I didn't even have to get it on. I just jumped on with it. Alright, beautiful. Oh, jump off the Hoover Dam as Steve. Might as well do that. As Steve. Freedom!
Back up at the dam, I spotted a trinket in the water.
I must be able to empty the dam, right? Because I don't think I can swim down.
I wasn't sure how to empty the dam though, but I at least got a random trinket when I was being launched about by dishes. I still had 5 trinkets to find in the dam area, but I was at a loss, so I headed over to the sawmill, outside which some protesting was going on.
This is the most glorious pile of logs I've ever seen. It's beautiful.
I tried to saw a log with this big spinning blade, but it was disappointingly ineffective, and then I found a quest to fix the machine. I just needed some conductive material to help the electricity flow and power it up.
That is one way to fix a machine. Some good conductivity. Hipster uniform. Log off? Oh, what is about to happen? How long is this log gonna go? How long is this gonna go? It's just moving under my feet? That's magical.
Yeah, that machine was capable of pushing out a rather long and rigid log.
Why am I running on my butt? I don't know, but I have to follow the log. Oh, there's a trinket down there. I have to get the trinket. I may never notice it again.
I grabbed it, plus another that I spotted, and then returned to the important job of running along the infinite log.
I'm rocking it along the log. Log rocket, log rocket, log rocket, log rocket. Oh, there's a trinket. 1 of 29 downtown trinkets found. Alright, good job, log.
I was above downtown, and before long I was on the complete opposite side of downtown, and then above the ocean.
The log is still going. Where am I?
At this point, there was obviously no choice. I had to keep following the all-knowing log of majesty. But as expected, once I hit the edge of the map, it teleported me back to land on Libertarian Island.
So now I'm just all the way over here for no reason.
And this is when I first realized you can teleport to G.O.A.T towers, which was handy. I returned to the sawmill and continued exploring.
Hipster beard. Yeah. That's actually perfect. I love it.
I found some trinkets, admired the machinery, and enjoyed some good old ramp. I then moved on to pay a visit to the hot air balloon that was tethered to this mountain.
Hey, that's not cool.
I'm on fire! Come pick me up
This isn't
now!
good for my aura.
It's not good for my aura.
I wanted to float away in the balloon, but that was sadly not an option. Up in this tower, the bird watching event awaited me.
Wait for a bird to show up? I hear a bird.
The art of bird watching comes down to patience, no doubt about it.
Oh dear. That's a big flaming pigeon.
The Mornwood Falls area was a little tricky to explore, as the terrain was of course mountainous, and it was hard to keep track. So I had another session double checking where I'd already visited, which yielded up a couple of finds. And then I climbed to the other mountain, featuring some icy nonsense. I was thoroughly confused by the ice, and the fans. But these important looking people guarding the site indicated that something serious was afoot here. These tinfoil goobers added to the sense of mystery. Upon closer inspection, I noticed there was something buried under the ice, but I couldn't find any way to chip away or melt the ice, so I was confused. I looked for wardrobe items that might help me out, and in the process bought some celestial wings. They did not help me with the ice, but they did help me float through the air like a goat angel.
Okay, I'm on fire. Go, 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 go. Melt it. Melt it. Melt it. Is it melting?
It was not melting, and I was out of ideas. So I left the mysterious ice for now and explored the eastern mountainside, before paying a visit to the highest point of Mornwood Falls, which happened to be the very tippy top of my G.O.A.T tower. I bought the firework rocket item and whacked it on my back, and immediately put it to productive use launching some nerds.
There we go. Attach rockets to 3 people in a row.
And there's an instinct to take a bite out of the lumberjack hat, so I made good use of my new wings to float over to this bloke's head, but I did not understand how I was supposed to bite his beanie, so that instinct went undone for now.
How do I bite it? What am I doing with my life?
I then got serious about the vehicle atop the mountain instinct. They didn't want a bike, they didn't want a tractor, but surely they'd accept a beautiful pink car.
It's on fire. No, it blows up. How? I brought a vehicle up. I brought a vehicle up. Come on, bro. This looks like it could be something, you know? Oh, yes, it worked. Wait, did it? It did. That counted.
And then it was time to move on.
I might come back. I think I'll come back for this zone. Let's go.
Let's go take a trip downtown, I reckon.
Oh dear.
That was a free trip all the way over to the G.O.A.T tower. I interrupted this balancing act before synchronizing though. Also, Goku.
Is that Goku? Goku. Goku, you can't get the sword? Give me a try. Doomslayer. I got it! Is it from Final Fantasy maybe? I don't know, but it looks good to me. I got the sword, you nerds.
And then it was time to sync up, revealing the map of downtown. I'd racked up a good amount of Illuminati points, so I paid a visit to my castle where I was able to unlock A tier. Just one more tier to go. Reaching A tier opened up this room.
Holy dooly. We got a real hub going on here. What is this crystal? Portals? Alright, one more tier to S. I need 175 Illuminati points. I'm on 139.
That upgrade did indeed open up a portal room, and I wanted to crack on exploring downtown, so I headed through the portal to the city. It pooped me out on a rooftop, where I headbutted some balls.
Rainfus, a bag's beginning. Let's go up here.
This, my friends, is a big tall tower, the tallest tower downtown. Apparently, it attracts 5G laser beams.
Downtown. Oh, we got a briefcase. Gold ball sacks. Get it? Ball sacks? Where's the instinct shrine? Below? Whoa. Is it the Green Goblin? I think it was the Green Goblin. What are we shooting, boys? I'll stand in. Just kidding.
I was trying to find this area's instinct shrine, which according to the map was somewhere on these rooftops. However, I got smacked by a spinny thing. Not to waste an opportunity, I claimed a trinket and visited a suit shop.
Suit up, baby.
I kept seeing the strange dude flying around the place, and this fly swatter here actually relates to the flying guy, but I didn't work that out at first. Maybe you can figure out what you're supposed to do, unlike me.
What is that guy?
I found the rooftop with the instinct shrine, and I absorbed its wisdom of many trash cans. I then learned some of the city's history.
Angorius scouted the island thoroughly in search for suitable land to build shelter. Angorius was quickly chased off by exotic pumas. While picking poisonous flowers, Angorius sadly died of a common cold. Angorius buried himself. I think I missed the third one. Angorius laid the stone that would become the foundation of modern-day San Angora.
Inspirational stuff. I found the Banksy spray can helmet next to this gentleman who was busy ruining the graffiti, but I was able to use the helmet to ruin his ruining efforts, and the graffiti was restored more glorious than ever. There was an instinct to travel through vents 5 times, so I figured I'd just travel through this one vent 5 times in a row, except the counter stopped at 4 for some reason and refused to go up. It was quite rude.
How come that didn't count? It counted 4 times, it's not counting the 5th time?
I gave up on the vent thing and began headbutting the doors to the police station instead. I also spray painted a beautiful goat on the wall.
Oh, can I go in as a tasty goat, maybe? No? Oh, that worked somehow. How did that work? Find the perfectly round boulder. I found it.
There's an instinct to taunt the police house, and I wondered if the way to do that was by becoming a pig, but apparently that was a bit of a stretch.
Become a rhinoceros? Is that a good taunt?
That was not a good taunt. I finally gained entry to the police station, so I had to look around to make sure everything was under control. I then realized the door was wide open around the other side of the station, so that might have been the easier way to get in here, but it's all good. I picked up a quest to arrest the whistleblowers Goldilocks, the Big Bad Wolf, and Tinkerbell.
Presumably they'll literally be whistling?
I couldn't see any whistleblowers nearby, and I had plenty of other stuff to get distracted by, so I of course was immediately distracted by the sights and sounds of the city.
Whoa! He just went straight past me. Who is he? Oh, here? Here we go, here we go. We found the way in.
In the tunnels below the police station, there were a few goodies to claim, and the lair of a hacker in which I found the background checker, which you can use to dig for dirt on NPCs.
Stuck in self-hypnosis since 14 years of age.
I think I somehow scanned that guy through the wall, and he sounds like a legend. I found a music store, very cool, and I began scaling some buildings looking for more goodies.
Oh, look at this. 10 out of 10 movie awards. I headbutted Oscar the statue.
I claimed a trinket from above the Oscars. Then back at ground level, I found an Easter Island statue wearing a gold police hat next to a giant gold police hat, and honestly, that is one of the most normal things I'd seen in the game so far. I then returned to the vent from earlier, except this time it gave me credit, and that was the vent traveling instinct completed. I crossed over to the Gothenburg side of the river, where I found an excellent wardrobe item.
I like the golden fur, it's quite beautiful. I mean, what the heck? How the heck did that happen?
But the main reason I came over here was to jump in the giant cannon. I aimed at the fiery ring across the way, and it was time to blast off.
Alright, we gotta get the angle right. We gotta get the angle right. Well, that's too much. Maybe about yay? Oh, a little bit too high. Well, I did it just by jumping like an idiot. I want to do it with this though. There we go. Boom. Run for president. A goat has entered the race.
My first strategy to influence the voters was to headbutt my opponent and start shaking my butt. Standard presidential stuff. I then jumped up and down bleating into the microphone, delivering what I thought was quite a profound speech. Unfortunately, none of my techniques worked.
I don't know. I don't know how to influence the voters. Oh, what's this button do? Did I just launch a vehicle? Here he goes. Whee! Here we go. Ready? Go!
I zoomed off a ramp and found myself among many shipping containers, and there was a crane nearby.
Sick. That's a big crane, you know. Can I operate this crane?
It was indeed my destiny to operate the crane, with the goal of flinging these hungry people off the beam upon which they were enjoying their lunch.
How good are they at staying on the lunch beam? They're pretty good. Oh, I see feathers. I see feathers up here. Egg.
This was egg number 9, and it was full of green goo.
Turtle bandana. Turtle skin. What the heck? Mr. Shrimp.
I explored the piled shipping containers, scouring for trinkets of course, and over here I found something troubling.
It appears there was an accident of some description. Stop doing that. Start doing this. Come on, boys. Big muscles. Huge muscles. Why you gotta tell me to go eat slugs? Nice, boys. What goes up must come down. Nice. Trinket. Already up to 14 trinkets. I feel like popping off trinket-wise. Oh, glorious vehicle. What is this? Oh, it's a rhino. And go. Is that not a ramp? Here we go. Here's a little car that'll do. Come on. Come on, baby. Another big jump. Alright, can I do this now? Is this working?
See you do that again.
It's you and me forever.
Yeah, that seemed like it was influential. Oi! Look at how the opposition acts. Oh, influence the voters. It probably means this, actually. Oh, yeah, I've just got to make them vote for me. Vote goat. Vote goat. Vote goat. Hey! Whoa, what the heck? Yes! Let's go. That's glorious. Use F while licking an object to wear it as a hat. Try to lick the chair then. Hey, chair hat.
I had a relaxing session trying on many hats, and then I realized there was an instinct to wear 25 items as a hat, which helped me realize you can wear more than one item as a hat at a time. So I began applying many, many unorthodox hats to my goat noggin.
This has got to be quite a few items. There we go. Can I see? How do I see? I can't really see the... Whoa, what the heck? I can't really see the full glory of my extremely tall hat. I think it's safe to assume it is indeed glorious. Let's take it all off. Nice. Alright, I'm sick of looking ridiculous. Let's take all this off.
I next found a fishing event where I had to catch bob. This was a mini game where I had to move the bobber to the disturbed water in order to catch stuff, and I caught a lot of stuff. And eventually I caught Bob.
There we go. We found Bob. Oh, he's so ugly. Oh. That's not acceptable. That is so disturbing. Alright, we're definitely going to keep Bobfish on for a bit. Kick me. Okay, nice. Gotta get kicked 15 times as Bob. I'm gonna let Lewis Carter kick me 15 times. Kick me, Lewis. Kick me. Kick my hideous Bob butt. Kick me, Lewis. Kick me. Kick my ugly Bob. That's what I look like when I shave. Ah! Nice. Get kicked 15. No, I'm done now. Go away. Leave me alone. What kind of monster pooped in these toilets? So spicy, man. How spicy?
I then crashed the stage of CosCon, a cosplay convention featuring angry Homer Simpson. It was my job to invent the perfect cosplay. So I whacked a head on there, a giant check, a pallet of boxes, and a mannequin.
There we go. It turned everyone into these monstrosities.
Fashion trends catch on quick. Literally everyone at the convention was now wearing my new style.
They look beautiful. Captain America's shield?
I flung the shield into the crowd, and it was predictably destructive.
This goes nuts. It's still going. What is going on over here? You guys are unhinged. kind of respect it.
I zipped along the underside of the bridge.
Zibba 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 zibba.
I claimed some duck feet and zipped back to continue exploring the downtown region. I figured I'd better steal this golden car.
Compensating much? Eggy. An egg's, this egg is fishing. Nice one. Oh, it's those, what are those? What are those called again? What are those biscuits called? I don't know. I'm leaving them on though. They're quite good. What are you guys looking at? X on the beach. Oh dear. I got it. That was a big slapper. Yeah, dig it for me. Dig it for me, you big slapper. Dig it, Kraken. Hey, booty. Got some booty. Okay, stop slapping me now. Actually, quite a good Jack Sparrow cosplay, not gonna lie. Does Johnny Depp look like a goat? Is that why?
I continued down the western coastline and soon found myself in a creepy, foggy area called Quiet Hill.
It's quiet, spooky, am I right? An untrustworthy rest stop, if I ever saw one. Would anyone stop here and then go inside? I don't think so. No. Classic horror tropes. Unanswered phone. Hello? Anybody?
This was a series of corridors, the same corridor over and over, but slightly different each time I passed through the door.
That's a lovely portrait. Anybody? The corridor... There's more and more of this weird bloke. Is that a chicken goat? That's a muscly chicken goat, I swear. Alright, carry on. Hey! It locked me in. Why does it keep closing the door? Aha! I'm too quick. Dude, this corridor just keeps going, man. I feel like I'm going crazy. Are we done? You guys are diminishing the horror of the corridor.
I wasn't sure how to proceed, but when I headbutted this radio, the door opened. After one more corridor, I was nearing the end.
Oh, red light. Uh-oh, not you.
A crazy old lady shooting at me doesn't bother me at all, but a guy with no legs farting like a trooper was my undoing.
Someone's farting up a storm in here. Oh dear, I don't think I was supposed to do that. That guy's farting very thoroughly. No, don't tell me I have to do that again.
Yeah, I had to do it again, but this time I resisted the lure of the farty man and cycled through a few more corridors before realizing my freedom was through this cheeky door here, and so I defeated the horror corridor. I still had more to find in the downtown region, so I headed in a northeastern direction and continued my quest. I was very pleased to find some lovely taco shoes.
He needs him to do big fart jumps. I like that.
I dislodged a decadent golden donut, and I flexed my puppeteering skills. For this event, I had no idea what was going on. I was just flopping my goat puppet around, and 3 different backdrops appeared behind the curtain, and suddenly the story was just over. Completing that quest gave me an item that allowed me to control people like puppets, so I got busy assembling my army.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. There we go. 7 puppets following me.
I found a rude fella destroying some street art, so I restored it. That made 2 out of 4 for the curator quest. And then I paid a visit to the LOL Comedy Club, where I found some disguise glasses that gifted me some excellent voice lines.
I think I know your sister. Nice weather today. May the force be with you.
Another jackhammer man. Go, son.
I improved some more street art, and then returned to the police station for a refresher on what the wanted criminals looked like.
You. Oh, Goldilocks. I found Goldilocks. You're under arrest.
So that was one red suit wearing Whistler behind bars. And I looked around for the other 2, but they were rather elusive.
Come on, get the rude finger up. Oh, calamity. How rude. Unbelievable. I thought for sure I would make something happen with the old middle finger. Hey! Launched by fireworks 3 times. Good. Oh! I found Tinkerbell. I found Tinkerbell.
Only the big bad wolf remained on the loose.
Wait a minute. No, that's not her. That's Destiny Jenkins. Do it again. Do it again. Whoa! Whoa! Charizard, calm down. What happened here?
As you can see, I was having a great time in the big city.
Wait, what? Oh, Mission Possible.
This was indeed Mission Possible. My lithe goat body easily made it through the lasers, and I was able to steal the diamond. Or maybe not.
I'm under arrest. I believe there's an escape. There's an escape route. Ocean's 1. What is this? Oh, who are you? Burglar.
I thought I was the burglar.
Hey! There she is.
I find you.
I find you, big bad wolf.
It took me a very long time to find the big bad wolf, and it turned out she was hiding near gold ball sacks all along.
Alright, finally. 3 arrests.
This earned me the police cap, which allowed me to throw cuffs at people.
Street art? Hey, the final street art. It's so hideous.
With that, I was getting pretty close to finished with downtown. So after visiting the highest point for an instinct, I crossed the bridge into Gothenburg, where I got the ball rolling by stealing a t-shirt from this souvenir shop and some leaky headphones from this banana phone shop. My method of exploration up until this point had been fairly loose, but for Gothenburg, I decided to be more thorough than ever by doing a very deliberate loop of the border first.
Play catch with a person. Does that count? Oh, look at this. Beautiful.
I of course channeled chaotic goat energy and destroyed the gorgeous sand sculpture, and I got busy scooping up all the sandcastles on the beach so that I could build my own epic castle.
All right. Oh yeah, that's a good. That's a big one. Enter. This is a Counter-Strike level, dude.
I had to defend point A from an onslaught of sandy individuals.
Get away from my A. Get away from my A. You sandy dinguses. You sandy dinguses. Yay! Counter sand wins.
I played some chess, I claimed a trinket, and I figured I better grab the instinct shrine before continuing, so I quickly ducked over to the park to slurp it up.
Gallery of Contemporary Arts. Just a bunch of cubes, bro. A bunch of balloons, bro. A banana taped to a wall. Didn't someone do that as a prank? And everyone thought it was genius? Are you the guy who taped the banana to the wall? Because I have only respect for you, my friend. But you've created quite a conundrum. No, it wasn't that big of a deal, actually. I got to the trinket pretty easy. This is the fish button. What are you guys up to? Nice job, guys. Great cardio. Hobo the Grey.
Hobo the Grey wanted a bunch of trash bags, and who am I to deny a great wizard? I delivered on his request with an awesome looking cardboard box as the finale, and with that the wizard was ready to cast his spell, granting me pixie wings and opening a portal into the trash realm. I of course entered the portal.
Whoa! Hobo the Grey, what are you doing over there? You're big. Hobo the Grey, you weave a magical spell. There's no doubt about it.
My fancy new pixie wings helped me gracefully glide through the ethereal trash land, where I claimed a trinket and was just generally enraptured by the majesty of Hobo the Grey. What a magical realm.
Hobo the Grey! Oh, I am pearlescent. I love this skin, actually. This is a sick skin. Thank you, Hobo the Grey. You big weirdo.
Further north was the third and final 5G tower, and this one was by far the hardest. The spot where you could charge up was down below, so you had to start there with a zap and then fly upward to attempt to charge all 3 pylons in time. I struggled, trying various tactics for about 5 minutes before pulling this off. I charged up the pylons in the opposite order to what I'd been trying originally, and the ever-faithful rocket boots were what helped me get the job done, even though I did fall and bumble around on this ladder for a bit.
I get it? Hey, I got it. Big strats. I don't know how I would have done that without the rocket boots. 5G is officially polluting the entire nation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Multiple UFOs. Intergalactic connection. Start the alien invasion.
Thanks to the wonders of 5G, some UFOs were now permanently hovering in the sky above Goat World. Excellent. I discovered another Lord of the Rings reference. A lovely little forest called Lothlorien, featuring a loaf of Lempus.
Nice. The plan to just be thorough is really... What the heck, dude? The plan to be thorough is really working nicely. Dystopia.
Dystopia was a music festival where the band Illumina was rocking out, and where I claimed some loot. I feel like the audience was a little underwhelming, and there wasn't too much to do here besides enjoy the vibe, claim some tasty treats, and headbutt a giant disco ball. I also took the opportunity to knock over as many portaloos as possible, because I needed to knock over 10 for an instinct.
Whoa. Whoa! Goodness gravy. It just respawned me back here. You guys getting married? I think I just ruined a wedding. That's impressive, bro. Oh! One of the eggs is here. A support group for goat traumatic stress disorder. Classic. Hey! Become an egg achievement. Oh, it's a very majestic, fluffy looking egg.
At the top of this building, I found the perfect wings to match my pearlescent goat fur. I of course immediately took the opportunity to walk the goat walk and strut my stuff.
Surely I get an achievement for doing that. That was beautiful.
I did not get an achievement, but all our souls are better for having witnessed the goat walk, so it's all good.
What is the highest point of this area? Is it gold ball sacks over there? Gold ball sacks over there. It might be gold ball sacks, I think.
Watching this footage back, I'm beginning to think I just like saying gold ball sacks.
I think it is gold ball sacks. Quite like my majestic angel goat with fart feet. Taco fart feet. It's quite good. Oh, what is this? That looks like a door from my tower. Is that one of the light points on the map? In the war room, the map had like light points. I feel like one of them was up this way.
I was onto something, but I couldn't figure out how to get the door open, so I left it for another day.
What are we doing, boys? We're playing Tetris?
I knocked over a couple more portaloos to complete the poop splashing instinct, and I tried to dominate this ramp, but the giant angel sweat on top of my car didn't allow it. On the eastern edge of the map, I time traveled back to the medieval era, where I claimed a big old jousting stick. I immediately used said jousting stick to commit regicide, and when the king's name popped up, it was a nice nod to the late Heath Ledger.
Oh, Ledger Heatherton.
I'm not usually quick on the references, but that is referencing the movie A Knight's Tale, if I'm not mistaken.
This is quite a good lancing setup, actually. Rocket boots plus the lance. Both.
Over here, I discovered a quest to knock down all 3 targets, except the only projectiles I had available were some plungers. And when you knocked down a target, it didn't stay down forever. It popped back up before long. I had some trouble with this one, especially when my plungers got stuck or disappeared. I investigated whether putting the plunger item on my head would help, but no. After admiring this chicken coop and commandeering this raft, I wandered over this way, leaving the plunger shenanigans for later. I soon found something quite momentous.
Oh, the funnel egg. Huge. What is going on? Oh. Oh, I don't like that. That is a hideous helmet.
The goobers in this room had funny names.
Hello. Strong Ock. Successful Sean. Silly Selma. Amazing Andrea. Oh, what are we drawing? Oh. What is going on with you? Oh, yeah. What's with the TV remote on your chest? You've done really well on the right there. The pants changed color. You on the left? That is about my level of artistry. I approve. Well done. You get a headbutt. Oh, I gotta take someone to the movies. Let's go. What are we watching?
As you can see, I'd found the cinema and earned the instinct to take someone to a movie with me, and a quest to find the lost tapes had popped up too. I found the room where I needed to insert the lost tapes, but I couldn't spot a tape for now. Instead, I ended up back at the targets, where unbelievably shooting massive laser beams was ineffective. Pizzas worked though, and with that the targets were laid low and I earned a very cool item.
I can grapple like Spider-Man. Spider-Goat. Spider-Goat.
I next paid a visit to this rather large buoy, and when I rang the bell on it, something rather unexpected happened.
Whoa, what the heck? I got eaten by a whale.
As you can hear, my baby boy, who was just 3 days old at this point, was very displeased by the fact that a whale ate me, so I provided him some comfort. But when I returned, I investigated the whale's insides. This whale had eaten quite an impressive range of delicious objects. I thought for sure at least one of the people partying inside the whale would be named Jonah, but no.
Johanna. Close. Are you Jonah? Your page squats. I mean, I think I gotta hit this thing, right?
The grappling plunger I'd just gotten was the perfect tool for the job. And after hitting the enormous whale dangly a few times, the whale was ready to vomit me up.
There we go. Oh my gosh. That is a big whale.
I made my way atop the cinema, where I found what I was after.
Tape on the roof. Horror movie. Also a trinket up here. Horror movie? Hey, that was it. Should we watch? Uh-oh. It's gonna be a goat, isn't it? It's worse than a goat. It's an abominana. Did she just knock over her own fridge? Peel. That's genuinely terrifying.
That is up there as one of the best films I've ever seen. I thoroughly explored the entire border of Gothenburg by this point, and it was time to venture inwards a little. Before long, I had a tape measure attached to my head. I poked around, checking every nook, roaming high and low. And it's always a good day when your taco fight boots help you ascend to the heights of a trinket.
It's with the picture of the Iron Giant. It's so random.
I found the Ghost movie prop, which I used to possess this poor soul 5 times in a row for an instinct. Quite an impressive toy. I found another toy, a leaf blower, and it was time for some community service cleaning up the tennis court.
Do the humans count as trash? Bro, stop bringing trash on. These guys keep bringing more trash on. What's going on? There we go. Hey, I just did community service. Stop trying to arrest me. Pawn shop.
I wonder if I can smoke this.
I pawned a human for five points. Good deal.
I jumped off another ramp. I don't know what the heck was going on here, but I think that person was shooting fiery farts. And I climbed my way atop the gold ball sacks building. I found a trinket, and I jumped up to the highest part of the building, where I completed the instinct to reach the highest part of Gothenburg. And then the final Gothenburg frontier to explore was the big central park.
Yee! Wait, what? How is that not a ramp? Octobonk. Whoa! I got a secret event out of that though. I was shooting ink as well. Give me that trinket. Yes, 3 more trinkets. Donuts. Whoa. Whoa.
I found trinket 35 and then 36.
Aha. Boom. There we go. Got all the trinkets for this area. Oh, here we go. Oh, is this going to be the rave?
This was the rave, so I of course put my platform pumps on and joined the dance. I turned my attention to knocking over some instinct quests, starting by making out with the whale by licking its tongue. I then kidnapped this homeless person and shoved her in the hairdresser's chair.
Styled by Henry. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure about that.
I received the barber hairstyle as a reward.
That is true. A lot of barbers have that exact beard and hair.
It also made me shoot out hairdryers whenever I pressed F. So as I rocketed across the bridge towards Libertarian Island, I made a bit of a mess. I found the first trinket of the area under the bridge, and I synchronized with the final goat tower on the map, unlocking an achievement. And inside the goat tower, I was able to unlock the final tier, the S tier, destroying the chains sealing the giant door here.
What glory awaits?
I'm not sure if it was glorious, but it was a little bit scary. A fiery demon of some description is what awaited me behind the big door. Also, the silly farmer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses now, partner. What are you doing here already? As you can see, I'm not really done with the boss fight. It's as we say in the game dev business. A work in progress. Go headbutt something or find some trinkets or whatever you kids do these days. Come back soon.
So that was a little awkward. I caught the poor farmer with his pants down, struggling to design the boss fight. Not that I was expecting a boss fight, but fair enough. I didn't really know what I was supposed to do, so I ended up doing the only logical thing. I headbutted the farmer into the void.
Okay.
With that, I had beaten the game, and the end credits began to roll. What a triumphant moment for goat kind.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? I worked so hard to cram so much content into this damn game. Events, mini games, stupid goat towers. What the hell is a goat tower anyway? And you can't even wait a little while for the perfect boss fight? Fine, have it your way. I'll just have to improvise.
I think the farmer may have been slightly annoyed about that time I headbutted him into the void, and so now he was the boss. He began raining down fury, which I had to dodge, and soon enough he launched himself at me, which I also dodged, and then took the opportunity to deal some damage.
Got him. Got him. Hit his butt.
After a ridiculous romp through a ridiculous land as a ridiculous goat, pretty much just being silly the whole time, suddenly I was in a big old boss battle. It was a little bit of a shock to the system. This was one of those don't stand on the scary looking red stuff on the ground bosses, and I did my best to weather the storm, until the farmer once again threw his own body into the fray.
Get some, big fella. Hit from behind. More damage. Way more damage from behind.
He returned to his spot and continued the onslaught, except more chaotic than ever. And I'd been hit a few times by this point, but I fortunately had enough goat health to withstand a few tickles. He eventually did the big same attack, which made him vulnerable once again. And then he began shooting tractors at me. When he began layering the tractors, only slightly staggered in their furious zooms, it got kind of crazy.
So many tractors. Holy dooly.
I managed to withstand the many tractors, and he once again tried to squish me. And as I headbutted his butt over and over, he was laid low.
Victory?
No victory yet, because phase 2 was here. Hide and seek.
It's time to play. Find
What?
the farmer or die.
Playing hide and seek?
His first hiding spot was not very good. I could see half his body as soon as I turned around, and so I claimed my first goatality. His giant hands covered my eyes once again, and it was time for round 2. This one was a bit trickier.
Where are you? I don't know.
I had a poor showing this round, failing to find the farmer in the 15 seconds I had available, and so I suffered some damage.
What the heck?
I wasn't dead yet though, I had another shot at that round, and I guessed he might be hiding on one of the surrounding spots floating around the central yellow platform, but no, and I took some more damage. On the next go round, I saw a box wiggle, and that's when I thought I'd better try headbutting the many boxes that had appeared out of nowhere. I had 30 seconds for the next round, which I spent frantically searching until I spotted him chilling on top of the lighting truss over there. My taco fight boots weren't strong enough to get me up there though, and I was too slow climbing the ladder. So I took another electrified pitchfork to the face, and I was dead. I was forced to reload the last checkpoint, which put me back at round 1 of the hide and seek silly willies. I managed to fail on round 2 again, because I somehow couldn't headbutt all the boxes in the 15 seconds I had. But soon I completed the round where he was up high, and the final round summoned forth a whole bunch of decoy farmers, which I headbutted wildly before spotting the real farmer and tagging him with a headbutt just in time.
Gotcha. You cheeky bugger.
For the next phase, old mate farmer went retro and sucked me straight into a Game Boy, and so I became 2D Mario Goat. The cool thing was I could still use my items, so I was able to maneuver through the Mario level with my rocket boots and grapple. I think this made the level a fair bit easier, and after avoiding a bunch of obstacles, I zoomed past the farmer himself throwing 2D tools at me, and that was mission complete.
Nice.
Cut to the farmer in his office where he controls the entire simulation, and he was raging about my defiant victory over all his challenges. He raged so hard that he threw his Game Boy at one of his servers, which somehow summoned me right into his lair.
What's going on? Oh, no. That's it. This boss fight, or whatever the hell we're doing, stops now. This is a restricted area, and you do not have access.
I, of course, immediately began headbutting and breaking all of the servers, which caused the simulator reality to fracture, and the farmer became quite distressed. Soon I was destroying the final 2, and that was the killing blow.
What have you done? What have you done? You touched the servers. Oh, the servers.
This stairway here kind of reminded me of Squid Games, and by the look of that window in the top left, some kind of data corruption was taking hold of this world, and I needed to be quick about escaping. And so I jumped in this weird car and off I went, zooming along a glitchy road. There were references to the world I'd been exploring along the way, but the most impressive part was how bad I am at driving, as I managed to bump into multiple walls. Eventually, I made it to this glorious tube of vectors.
Holy doly. Uh-oh. Not a bunch of abominana spam. I touched the servers.
Ah, the blue screen of death, my old friend. What followed was a reboot of the entire world, featuring a nostalgic Windows desktop, and eventually the game was fired up again, except with a few glitches. And this was the actual end credits, because this time I had well and truly beaten the final boss of G.O.A.T Simulator 3. The diabolical farmer was laid low. And when we arrived at our destination, the same place that the journey started all those centuries ago, I received the farmer skin. I immediately began punching stuff. Also, I found a trinket just nearby that I'd somehow missed earlier, so that was a good get. I then realized I could add these blocks to the world when wearing the farmer body. I guess since the farmer is the architect of G.O.A.T land. And I had more secrets to discover, so I got back to it. I used the background checker to hack a goat, which revealed some important info.
Frequently eats boogers.
And when I found the 12th egg for the egg quest earlier, a new quest had popped up to find a way to open the big egg on Easter Island. And since I was down this way, I swam over to investigate. I immediately spotted a weird platform atop one of the statue's heads, so I stood on it, which resulted in a different statue's head opening up and launching out a giant spoon, which flew through the sky before descending to perform its deed.
What's inside? What's inside? Dinosaur? A T-Rex. A beautiful ostrich. What on earth?
No, that's not an ostrich. That is clearly a feather goat. A whole bunch of candy went flying everywhere too. After those eventful diversions, I returned to finish off exploring Libertarian Island, where I soon found a trinket, an instinct shrine, another trinket, and the fashionista item. It can be used to change people's outfits. And then it was time to ride the air to the top of the founder's golden head, where I found another trinket, and I did some fishing with his giant fishing rod. I managed to catch something rather large immediately.
A lighthouse? What? A 5,000 pound beauty.
I headed down to the lighthouse where I claimed the 5th and final trinket of this area.
Blow up the light bulb. Day and night cycle.
With that, I had completed 100% of Libertarian Island, and it was time to go on cleanup mode to 100% the other areas, and to knock over all of the achievements. But I figured the first thing to do was to spend the 679,000 GOAT points I'd saved up to buy every single item in the wardrobe.
Tony Shark. Is the whole world a different color because I did something with that lighthouse? Yeah, I did. I made the sun purple with the lighthouse. Tony Shark is hilarious, dude. Go Tony Shark. There's a pixelated mode. I think that's a normal mode. And this is nighttime? Doesn't seem like nighttime. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on normal mode. Earmuffs. Elf hat. Megaphone. Pixel shaders. Private Brian.
You get the idea. I bought a heck of a lot of hats,
Beauty sleeper. Bed wetter.
a whole bunch of clothes,
Afternoon tea. Beach mule. Beach on the back.
a bunch of back items,
Horns. Major injury. Minor injury.
a whole bunch of shoes, including the gator shoes, which got me an achievement for some reason.
Sandy skin. Very sandy. Sunburnt skin. Oh, that's hideous.
I then bought a bunch of different furs, including variations of all the character models I'd unlocked. When I finally got around to buying some horns, I completely ran out of GOAT money, so I wasn't quite able to fill the wardrobe just yet. I'd have to do some more adventuring first, and I decided I'd start by knocking over as many instincts as possible. I'd done 69 out of 99 so far, which meant I had 30 more to go. Before long, I was creating a human electric chain by zapping a pile of idiots into oblivion. The next instinct involved animal abuse, as I ran into Rosie the rhino while driving a rhino tractor. I managed to convince this gardener to play catch with me, and I threw a stack of newspapers at this postman. All understandable instincts, which were very satisfying to fulfill, but I still had plenty more to go until I was done. The next one was tricky. I had to get a firefighter to extinguish a policeman. If you start burning stuff like crazy, police officers and firefighters tend to show up. So it was a matter of keeping a cop burning and hoping everything lined up. As I laid waste to this area of Suburbsville, I had no such luck.
You silly firefighter, get out and extinguish this police officer. Come on, stop running me over and hop out and extinguish this cop. Come on, bro.
After about 10 minutes of failing, I moved on to a new area to try my luck with some fresh victims. To get the emergency services to show up, I was just going nuts with the fireballs, and I managed to somehow get the instinct in that process without even noticing it first.
Oh, I did it. Yes. Yes, you legend. That was totally accidental. Oh no, not ride a bike for 30 seconds.
Yep, there is an instinct to ride for 30 seconds straight. And as you may recall, I am not the most gifted cyclist.
Oh, I did it right there. What if I just balance for 30 seconds? Will that count? Probably. I'm just gonna balance for 30 seconds because trying to steer with my mouse and balance with A and D is confusing the crap out of me. If this person kicks me off my bike, none of you knock me off. Oi! Just try balance. Just try and balance. Just focus on balancing. Like, the balance is so subtle as well. I feel like this is like probably way easier on a controller. Okay, I got it. That wasn't so bad.
I then performed the Twisty McGoat, which I had to Google because I had no idea what the heck a Twisty McGoat is.
I think this should get me right. That was easy. Twisty McGoat. So I think it's to front flip while also spinning sideways.
I was spamming spacebar while flipping to essentially float in the air with my wings, making the trick way easier. I made use of the Private Brian helmet, which lets you select NPCs and command them as if you were playing an RTS game. This got me one instinct to have one NPC hit another, and a second instinct to order someone to hug me, which was quite a touching moment. I finally got the instinct to reach the highest point of Fairmeadows Ranch, and I used the fashionista to change the outfits of both a fireman and a police officer, finishing 2 more instincts. I delivered a pizza to a pizza delivery man. I drove off this ramp near the Hoover Dam that I somehow missed earlier, and I googled how to take a bite out of the lumberjack's hat.
Okay. There we go. That worked. Took a bite. I used the graze emote to take a bite.
I vandalized the golden head of the founder using spray paint, and all of this questing had earned me almost 50,000 GOAT points, so I bought the rest of the horns.
Look at those quad horns, dude. The quad horns are absolutely majestic.
I then finally worked out that the way to taunt the police station was to shake my goat butt at it. There was also an instinct relating to a balloon cart, which I'd somehow completely missed earlier. I had to jump on this pump to make the goat balloon bigger and bigger.
Make it a big goat. Go big. Oh, that was a secret event. Should give me a scenic route instinct. There we go. Took the scenic route in the balloon cart. Majestic goat.
With that, I was up to 86 out of 99 instincts, 13 to go. I tracked down the reporter, Nick Famsey Jr.,
I had no idea where this reporter was, so I had to Google that.
and I dragged him all the way to the big cannon, completing the instinct to turn him into a daredevil.
I gotta do 250 meters of grappling without landing. Downtown is the place to do it, right? Spider-Man vibes. Go, go, go. Keep grappling. Keep grappling. Keep grappling. Keep grappling. How far have I grappled? Feels quite far. How is this not... No! How is that not 250 meters?
I had a few failed attempts at this while I got the hang of it, but I eventually pulled off a solid streak of grappling, managing to cross the 250 meter mark.
There we go, I got it.
I returned to the Gothenburg bouncy castle, but I had a better strategy this time. If I carefully placed my victims on the edge of the castle, they didn't bounce. They just lay there unconscious. And so I was able to get 5 of them on, no worries. When it came to one-shotting 10 NPCs at once with my big laser, I needed a way to corral them all into a neat line. And I eventually worked out the swimming pool lane was the perfect solution. I think I ended up shoving way more than 10 dinguses in there, and then it was time to shoot.
Surely this is 10 people. Yep. Please dance with me. Yes! Finally made a scarecrow dance with me. Unbelievable.
I tried to do that one 5 or 6 times by this point, so it was about time. And now the 9 remaining instincts I had to do required specific gear, so it was time to find the rest of the gear around the map. This is when I realized that if I switched the sorting function in the wardrobe off ability back to default, a bunch more stuff popped up that I could buy.
Oh. What the heck? Some stuff was hidden because I didn't have it set on default?
And so I bought as much as I could, including an arc that spits out animals. But there were so many helmets that had been hidden before that I ran out of GOAT points again. It turned out some of those instincts that had been locked away were now unlocked thanks to these purchases. I did one to populate the zoo with more animals, and I found the helium tanks particularly amusing, as I used it to make 10 cars float.
The legs go. Okay, that's 10 helium cars. You love to see it.
I then put on my trainers and began whistling to make 10 people do push-ups.
Push-ups. Do push-ups. Push-ups.
And I made a goat friend float using the helium too.
No, don't lick that. Lick the banana. Why are you refusing to lick the banana?
A banana peel was unacceptable. I needed an unblemished banana.
There is something poetic about being a big banana with a bunch of bananas on my head and shooting banana peels everywhere. There's no doubt about that. Lick them. Bro, where the heck do I find a banana? There's a banana. Yes! I licked a banana as an abominana. Very difficult achievement. So, as I'm doing stuff in the world, my castle is definitely getting much more decoration.
I was back in the castle to take another look at the map on this table, because I figured I'd better go check out the lights. The first light was indicating a spot near the petrol station in the Fairmeadow Ranch area, so I looked around there but couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. While in the area, I enjoyed an oil fart to the head to earn another achievement, and then I resorted to Google. The light was indicating this garage here, which I'd thought might be the case, but the way to activate the secret was to bring a car in, which I guess makes sense. And so I unlocked the achievement to find the secret garage, and I got the Ferrari too. The next light on the map brought me to this black shipping container, where I had to put on a suit to be granted entry to Club Mohair. Inside was quite an extensive labyrinth of shipping containers that seemed to go on and on, featuring all sorts of random stuff. I was pleased to track down 2 trinkets as I explored, and eventually I found the club itself, full of dancing goats.
The super secret container rave.
I of course joined my friends in dancing. I abused the captive humans, and I claimed another trinket. The next light took me back to this fancy door I'd spotted earlier, and I spent a while trying to clip through with my rocket boots, and even longer trying to figure out how to get it to open. I even bought the Holy Book helmet and gave that a try, but that didn't work, though it was successful at sending this woman to heaven. It turns out a simple bow was required, and so at long last I earned the achievement to find the shady merchant.
To buy a loot box for 500. What does that mean? A loot box?
Yeah, a loot box in which I found the Royal Knight boots. I wanted more knight armor pieces, but I ran out of goat money again, so I wasn't able to purchase enough loot boxes just yet. The final light led me to this spot on Libertarian Island, and after all the other secret locations being rather complicated to open, all this one required was a bleat and the stone rolled away.
Hello? Oh, what the heck? Capra erectus. Huh? Send this guy to heaven. So I think I got all the secret thingos now.
I then ran around sending everyone I saw up to heaven using the holy book on my forehead. I kept at it until pretty much everyone on Libertarian Island had ascended, and then I headed to Broomhill Cemetery where I sent 5 ghosts up, freeing them from purgatory, I guess, and I sent up the final 4 humans too. So that was 2 more instincts completed. For the next achievement, I shot fashionista bullets at Bigfoot, and in so doing gave her some enormous shoes.
Nice Crocs. Yep. A good achievement, a good achievement, a good achievement.
I then returned to the granny basement of doom that I'd visited right at the start of the game, where I realized I'd completely missed half of the area, which meant I'd missed out on a rather glorious item.
How did I forget to go in here the whole... There's an achievement. Use your carrying to knock another carrying down. Good.
I had to Google the next one because I couldn't remember seeing a croissant anywhere.
Lick the croissant. This is not a croissant. This is a golden donut. What are you talking about? This achievement says redacted while playing as redacted with the redacted fur.
When I saw redacted, the items that came to mind were eggplant related.
And I believe you can be an eggplant banana. Oh dear. Eggplant glory zipping through the air.
I next put on the birthday suit fur and went for a run.
There we go, run naked on the football field. Streaker! Streaker!
During this achievement spree, I'd learned that 15 of the achievements listed on Steam required a DLC pack. So at this point, I only had 6 more to go for the base game, and for some of them, I just needed to grind out the rest of the collectibles. I enlisted the help of guides to assist in tracking down the dregs of what I needed. Starting with the Fairmeadows Ranch region, I began jumping off any ramps I'd missed, collecting the trinkets that had eluded me, and mopping up any items that I'd left lying around the map.
Totally missed this. The toilet! What is going on here? Alright, I got a toilet on my head now.
Trinket, 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 ramp, and with one more ramp, I'd completed everything in Fairmeadows Ranch.
We get the hippies off the trees. There's 5 of them. I can't believe I never thought to knock one of the hippies off the trees earlier. That's 2.
I bravely saved the poor trees from the clutches of the hippies, knocking over that secret quest and earning a lovely new look. And it turned out the way to melt the ice on the mountain was rather random. It required me to unscrew the globe on top of gold ball sacks.
What the heck? Global warming. Gold ball sacks. Gold ball sacks. Ow! Go gold ball sacks.
The ice had melted to reveal a crashed UFO, and when I headbutted this crack in the vessel, goo flew out and landed all over the map. I also received an excellent new item.
Brainiac.
This thing came with a couple new instincts to do.
Make a human head big. That's pretty big. Hey, don't kick me. I'm trying to make you smarter. There we go, we made a human head big. Some kind of sludgy organism.
And then it was time to break the dam. I don't know how I didn't think of this earlier, but all I needed to do was shoot myself at it.
What is going on here? What the heck? Did I brainiac you when I wasn't looking? I do need to find a goat to brainiac.
I was fortunate to find a goat almost immediately.
Go goat, go. Big head. Huge head. That is huge. It's definitely huge. There we go. A huge goat head. Now I've got 1 instinct to go. I wonder what it is. I need to find gear. An ancient ruins was buried here. This was the trinket that confused me earlier.
The water level had fallen here, drained through the hole I'd made in the wall of the dam, and it's true, the entrance to an ancient ruins had been revealed.
It's the water temple in Zelda. Atlantico?
There was a little bit of climbing to do, and at the end I found the final piece of gear for this area, a shark fin. I can do that through land. I then tracked down the remaining trinkets of Mornwood Falls, and soon I was done with the area. I moved on to Gothenburg, where I was now able to afford a bunch more loot boxes, which meant I was able to claim the rest of the knight's armor set. I also tracked down the snorkel, and back in Hobo the Grey's domain, I'd missed out on the unicorn headpiece. So I grabbed that and looked fabulous. And then after just 1 ramp, I was done with Gothenburg. The last area to finish off was downtown, where I finally figured out the fly swatter.
Oh, you get Flyman to run into it.
Yes indeed, I swatted Flyman and stole his costume. I then continued hunting down trinkets, and this was the final ramp of the entire world.
Here we go, that was the last ramp. Huge achievement, jump off all ramps. Drive the toy car at high speed for 20 seconds.
That was the final instinct, now possible thanks to the item I'd just earned. A magical racetrack that creates new cars when you cause the toy car to fly off. To make sure it doesn't fly off, you have to tap R so it maintains speed, but also doesn't get so fast that it loses control. It was a little bit finicky, but I got there pretty quickly.
There you go, pulled it off. That was the final instinct. Complete all instincts. Huge.
A couple of minutes later, I was mopping up the final trinket.
This is it. Boom. Find all trinkets. I got a poop on my head. as a reward. Absolutely beautiful. I can now buy everything left over. And now I've bought every body piece. Got all the back pieces, all the feet, all the fur, all the horns, all the head pieces, and all the goat varieties. Nice. So I've unlocked everything officially.
Every trinket, every ramp, every quest, and every item were in the bag, but I still had some movies to watch. I grabbed the Love tape from here and whacked it on at the cinema. As I said, this film was called Love, and it was just two idiots staring at each other for 5 minutes while the camera slowly zoomed. It made me cry. The next tape was over here, and this movie was called Where the Heck is Steve?
Where the heck is Steve?
Meet Steve, a playful little fish on his way of becoming sushi.
That's a masterpiece.
I grabbed the Rainfaust movie from right in front of the Rainfaust billboard. By the way, since I had the golden poop on my head, every time I pressed F to zoom forward on my rocket boots, I also did a little poopy. I don't know if you can see it, but it was good stuff. Rainfaust was an intro about a bag named Rainfaust, coming to San Angora, and apparently he was hungry. I wanted to see him eating the entire population, but sadly, no, that's where the film ended. The next movie was called Co-Living with a Goat, which I picked up from this home. This one was a sitcom featuring well-known actors such as John Stamos and Matt Diamond, and of course, Pilgore. That's me, as Goat. I can't wait for the laugh track to tell me when I'm supposed to find funnies. The final tape, which I stole from this bench, was a movie called Destroyer. When I shoved it in, I earned my achievement.
Find all movie tapes. Let's watch the final movie, The Destroyer.
Hey, honey, can't wait to see you. Call me back on this number whenever you can. Love you. Dad. Someone stole my phone. All my messages, all my photos, my particular set of apps. I have to get it back. Phone! You'll never find it.
I think that was a Taken parody. I definitely liked the horror movie the most, but the quality of movies on offer at this cinema was no doubt solid all round. For the final achievement, I had to redecorate my entire G.O.A.T tower, which simply meant I had to change around the decorations at all of the spots where it's possible to do this. This mainly meant switching out statues and trees, and I finished off by changing over a few of the paintings hanging here.
There we go, redecorate the entire G.O.A.T castle. Unlock all the achievements. The G.O.A.T. The G.O.A.T. We're going to ignore that it says 39 out of 54 achievements. You need the DLC for the other 15.
Mission complete. A true G.O.A.T. If you show this video enough love, I might 100% the DLC on my second channel. But for now, this has been a silly goose being a silly goat. Thanks for watching. Special announcement. If you're a silly goose and you don't already know, I have a second channel called Floydson. Just look out for the blue hat dingus. Link below. Go subscribe.